Breaking news: India's Modi takes question from reporters. Well, we'll see that one later. I believe they had a meeting before this. I believe I have that somewhere.
Including children, were injured in Munich, Germany.
Yeah.
After
Let's go over this shit. Some shit went down in Germany.
30 people, including children, were injured in Munich, Germany after a car plowed into a crowd of demonstrators. Officials are calling it a suspected attack, saying there are indications the suspect may have had a, quote, extremist background.
With more, we are joined by retired Marine Intelligence Officer
Another
Hal
extremism
Kempfer. Hal,
attack.
good to see you always. At this early stage, officers treating this incident as a suspected attack. The driver has been ID'd as an asylum
just like the one
seeker
in
from Afghanistan,
Louisiana,
who has been in Germany since
Another
2016,
fucking lunatic
who may have extremist
going
views.
out
What
for,
is your initial assessment?
For fascist reasons.
Well, the attacker, they haven't given his full name. They call him Farhad N, a 24-year-old Afghan. He was an asylum seeker, but he was in Germany, got involved with a couple of crimes, so he's on a list to be basically deported back to Afghanistan at some point in the future. Right now, the German authorities are investigating it like they would investigate terrorism. And there's a lot of discussion within there that they have reason to believe it was terrorism, violent extremism, that he could have been a, quote, jihadist. They're just not sure who he's connected to. But high on the list, of course, is ISIS, and just below that is Al-Qaeda. And they're looking to see who he was talking to, who he's connected to. And, of course, this is not the first vehicle attack in Germany. They've had a spate of these. The most recent one, a deadly one, just happened in December.
You mentioned ISIS, and maybe we can talk a little bit more about what the situation is with ISIS and Al-Qaeda right now. Are they resurgent?
Cheryl, that's a great question. You know, if you look at it from their standpoint, ISIS did a big attack in Iran. They did a big attack in Russia. And then, of course, Syria, backed by Russia and Iran, fell to a group that was led by somebody who used to lead Al-Qaeda, or an Al-Qaeda affiliate, I should say, in Syria, tied to the original founder of ISIS. So from an ISIS standpoint and Al-Qaeda standpoint, they're kind of seeing wind in their sails. And of course, if you go further back, you see where the U.S. Pulled out of Afghanistan, and there's a variety of other things. They see where the French have pulled out of various parts of Africa. And so, yes, it is fair to say that they at least mentally think that they're resurgent, and there is some, shall we say, battlefield dynamics, some things happening in Africa, the Middle East, and elsewhere to indicate that they are kind of in a growth pattern right now.
Hal, back to the situation in Munich. It's happening as Vice President J.D. Vance and other world leaders are in Munich. As
I hear they're making it mandatory to do Pantless 32 stream effective immediately. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man.
At this point, but does it raise any alarm bells for you?
Well, Micah, it does because, of course, you have, the vice president is going in there. You have.
I mean, I think
you have a bunch of.
I don't know if they changed the fucking rules on Twitch, but you could go shirtless if you wanted to.
Events every year in the world of security, falling on the heels of what just happened with the Ukraine Coordination Group conference, and with that, everybody is
except for women.
Security just
women can't
the
go shirtless.
There, and then you see this deadly attack, and of course, it's got them thinking. And don't forget, this type of attack is something they've seen in Europe before. They've got, obviously moving people around the city. They've got motorcades. They've got all kinds of stuff going on.
Good. How are you?
Chilling. Kind of looking at what could happen. The other thing that's in the backdrop,
tired,
I'm not saying it's connected to this, is there's been a dramatic increase in the last few years of hybrid warfare activities tied to Russia, and Russia using third parties to do various attacks. That has got to be playing in the back of the minds of a number of security officials in Germany and elsewhere.
We have about a minute left, Hal. So Vance is set to meet Friday in Munich with Ukraine's President Zelensky. This as President Trump has spoken with both Zelensky and Russia's Vladimir Putin, saying both want peace. Nearly 3 years after this war,
women have rights to free shirtless streams for all? I don't know about that one.
Well, it
at least not on Twitch.
Getting involved with setting up something.
Too many 13+ kids.
Of course, the big concern of the Europeans
you can't be showing
tatas,
seems
to have been
no boobas.
Today, or at least
be showing out boobas.
Is that the Europeans?
I mean, I guess if you have like man boobas,
in a discussion between the US
I guess
and
it's
Russia. Now, that was something that came out of Secretary Hegseth.
Because if you're a dude and you have
Secretary
moves, it's
Hegseth's
okay.
comments on Wednesday, and then today he kind of walked
But
that
female,
back a little
no.
bit,
That's a
changed the
no-go.
tone, and the White House did as well. So I think what you're going to see is maybe a discussion on where do we go from here, how this might come about,
They ruined it for
and
all of
some
us.
very constructive things of how to work with the European allies and Ukraine, since we're all going to be there, trying to figure out how this would be done.
Good insight as always. Retired Marine Intelligence Officer and host of the Strat podcast, Hal Kempfer. Thanks for being with us.
Micah, Cher, thank you.
Well, I mean, you also had a lot of some of the streamers that were like pushing the fucking terms of service, or fucking they were OnlyFans models. Not only that, but some of them were VTuber. Yeah, some of them were VTubers, and they kind of fucked that up too. Oh man, Twitch had a whole ordeal on that. There was a VTuber who just decided to have their VTuber model just full on, just naked for some reason, which was obviously against the rules, but they just did it anyways. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't know. I don't even know if that bitch is still streaming. A fucking tongue.
So Kanye
Fucking had a speed run getting banned real quick. They forgot to render clothes? Oh no. They didn't forget. Oh no. It was deliberate.
West has always
There was also the time where some streamers decided to do black bars while they were like, I guess, full naked too. I don't even know if they were full naked. I don't care. But that's what they did.
been what I would call a polarizing figure, meaning some people hate him and other people love him. And depending on the exact area you're talking about, you can
And then you got guys like Kanye and Drake.
have drastically different people on either side. But recently Kanye has been saying and doing things so crazy that even his biggest stans have denounced him, burned their merchandise, and even had to admit that they can no longer hang their hat on the fact that he once made legendary music. It's no secret that Kanye has always been a wild card.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
George Bush doesn't
also-
care about... Oh my god, I forgot he said that one. Holy shit, that was back in like 2000. Oh my god. Like 2001. Holy fuck. That was so long ago. The guy who likes fish sticks? Yup.
So one of the main reasons he was so loved by so many people, his I don't give a damn attitude was refreshing to see from a celebrity, and for him, attention was
Well, actually, that's P. Diddy now. I mean, you could say that Kanye might like fish sticks, but but that's actually Kanye. I mean, P. Diddy now, because of all the shit that came out on P. Diddy. I mean, even though there's still allegations right now, and he's going into what, a court trial on what, March? But yeah.
so obviously a drug that he desired his entire life.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you, but oh, fucking cooked her right here.
Let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
But Beyonce, I was just like, Jesus, dude. The dude pops up on stage and just roasts Taylor Swift for some reason.
Now there are many people,
She was just like, oh my god. Oh my god.
now there are many people who believe that Kanye's mother Donda was the one who would keep him in line.
Got a lot of confidence.
Fucking
Come off
ruthless,
a little
yeah.
arrogant, even though you're humble and everything.
That was
It's
Beyonce.
important to remember that the giant looks in the mirror and
But at this point, she has been gone for almost 20 years, may she rest in peace, and we've seen all kinds of versions of this man since then. But in the last couple of years in particular, he's gone from like, oh, that's my boy, even though he says some out-of-pocket conspiracy shit from time to time, to being completely into
oh, that's my boy, even though he goes on social media platforms and gets a little anti-Semitic. Like, yeah, like, what? Stop, dude, no.
offensive. We all know that Kanye likes to take to Twitter to get his rants off, and so
I
he went
shouldn't
on
say,
there and
I
straight
shouldn't
up
say gets a little, dude, he goes full anti-Semitic. I love Hitler. Now what, bitches?
started saying that he loves Hitler. He says that Adolf was dripped out. He straight up called himself a Nazi and continued his
Oh my god. On YouTube, I basically have both the days I go into like just reading comments of him on X.
disdain for
Just-
Jewish people.
We know I can't say that. It was a Jewish doctor.
It was a Jew. This fucking guy. Oh, he just had a fucking.
He also took time to show his admiration for P. Diddy of all people.
Now, these are all the things he's been caught saying online, on camera. So it's just like, dude, what are you doing?
And he would even beg Trump to pardon the fucking creep, and also say that he is a great father to his kids, alluding to the
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was all like free Diddy. Oh, shit. I wish I had the relationship with my dad that Puff has with his kids. Jeez. Fuck. Also, some of his kids are in some lawsuits because of some of the shit they got into with him sometimes. And then, yeah, they also got into their own shit on their, own free time, right? Because they're, individual human beings. I forgot. I think it was these two sons that were in some legal troubles along with him.
idea that he wishes Sean Combs was his father, and Kanye would even release a hoodie to commemorate the video.
Oh no! Oh, the video. Yeah, that's not
where
good.
P. Diddy whoops Cassie's ass in the hallway of that hotel. That looks just
Dude, it just shows him fucking.
whoops Cassie's ass
You
in
don't
the
want this
hallway of
guy
that
running at
hotel.
you like this. Look at this guy. He's going full force, like.
That looks just like the one she was wearing that day, literally profiting off of a traumatic, horrible situation in the process. Like, this is a man who has 2 daughters, saying that this sick sack of shit, who abused countless women and men in every way possible, should not only be liberated, but celebrated. I mean, just a couple of years ago, he was saying that Puff was a Fed.
But as far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas, all you fake hard niggas.
Well, I mean, for whatever reason, the rap industry, right, the R&B, right, specifically with some of P. Diddy's generation when he made music, right, with Kanye and all those people, right, the Tupac, Notorious Big, right, those days. Some of those guys are still alive. But yeah, obviously some of them have passed away because of some shootings, right?
Fuck you. No, hold on. Okay. All you fake
And
hard
then
niggas.
you constantly have, right, the new blood who get into fucking gang shit too, and you hear that shit all over the fucking news.
Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck because you can't shoot nobody anyway. And the reason why you got talk is because you did a deal. You fucking fed. Because
fucking
part of the deal for you to be
Well, I
a
mean,
door
yeah.
and get out of jail is that you promise that you gonna go pull my coat car. So y'all niggas shut the fuck up.
Well, I mean, he's a Fed too, right? Because he owns a lot of money, he owns a lot of business capital. In a sense, he can be a Fed informant. Anyone can be a Fed informant.
About me.
So it's like you never really know what might slip
Only
out of
way to
Kanye's
get away
mouth.
from
Oh, yeah,
Kanye
he
is
also
to
took
die.
time to defend R. Kelly, saying that his
Oh
beyond
yeah, oh jeez, not the R. Kelly shit.
creepy marriage to Aaliyah when he was 27 and she was 15 was totally alright. Now, in one of his final moves, he would post up a t-shirt with an anti-Jewish symbol, I'm sure you guys can
he
guess
did
what it
that
is,
too.
onto his website and sell it for $20 a pop. This is where shit really gets crazy
$20
because
a
he had
pop.
promoted this website the same day during the Super Bowl.
So what's up, guys? I spent like all the money for the commercial on these new teeth. So once again, I had to shoot it on the iPhone.
Once again, this fucking guy.
Go to Yeezy.com.
So basically, hundreds of millions of people saw an
He
ad
was
for a
high right
Nazi
there.
t-shirt. What Kanye did was the old bait and switch, because when the ad originally aired, the site had normal clothing on it, but after the ad aired, he made it to where this was the only item available. This dude being labeled HH, which
What kind of fucking business move was that?
many people now infer to mean hail, well, you know who. That all
Hail Hydra?
tells me that this was his plan the entire time. He so clearly loves playing the card where he tries to draw up controversy to promote his latest work. In this case, it seems to be an AI album that he's releasing called Bully. But the thing is, over time he's had to do and say crazier and crazier
the
shit
Sig
to
Heil,
garner the
no?
same amount of attention. And now this once billionaire who had the world in his hands has become the boy who cried wolf. Like, honestly, no
What do you mean? He never had. Well, I mean, I guess if you want to talk about in the musical industry, sure. But the dude was cracked out during the Bush era, dude. The dude was cracked out from the get-go.
No one gives a fuck, dude. Like, even your biggest fans are ashamed of this shit. They can no longer twist and turn the narrative enough to even try
He
and
ran out of. He made Graduation. I'm guessing Graduation was like the last good album he made. And then after that, everything went downhill.
defend it. I mean, when you got the Kanye Reddit saying that Kim was right to keep the family away, that's how you know he's almost completely lost them. Like, they're burning their Kanye shit.
Where are the good? That's fucked up.
And I just don't get why ruin your legacy to spew conspiracy theory and nonsense. This was one of the most influential people on the planet. He was becoming infinitely powerful with his clothing line and his music and his shoes, and he was getting all this influence and all this wealth, and then you just throw it all down the drain. It just makes you look like an out of control
they just
dumbass.
set it on fire.
And the funniest
I mean,
part
just look at what that 6ix9ine dude who's got tats all over his face, and he's literally a Fed informant, and he's literally a rat. He rats out on other he was in a gang, ratted that gang out, and then he keeps going into other gangs and ratting them out.
to me was while saying all this diabolical shit for days at a time on Twitter, Elon Musk had absolutely no problem. He didn't suspend the account. I would actually argue that he was boosting up these tweets because he knows more and more people will come over to Twitter to see the crash out, and he wouldn't take any action at all until Kanye straight up started posting hardcore adult videos right onto the timeline for his millions of followers to see. And that's
Oh, he was actually posting adult videos. That's why. No wonder he started getting community noted and like limited and shit. Cause I was all like, some of the messages he was saying wasn't like that bad, I guess. And then he actually posted some videos.
That's when Kanye's account went from being limited to being deleted altogether.
Yeah.
And thankfully, Shopify also removed his store after
Yeah, I'm
around
guessing.
a day.
Yeah, that's
and likely
what.
he went
Yeah.
out.
I mean, at a certain point, the companies are not gonna fucking put up with that shit. I mean, they do have a right. They do have a terms of service you do have to follow, and if you keep putting that shit on their fucking website, they're not gonna like that.
Receive any profits from the sale of that shirt. I mean, don't get it twisted, guys. All this shit, from the adult content to defending P. Diddy to the blatant racism, is not shit that should be spread on this scale by someone with the influence of Kanye. I'm just not surprised at all that Elon
What do you mean? Megan Thee Stallion does it. Cardi B does it. Look at some of these fucking ratchet ass women. Some of them are streamers too.
Let all this other shit slide because he most likely agrees
Fucking-
with a lot of it. But hey, I guess corn is where he draws the line. It's been no secret that Kanye has an addiction to adult videos. He has talked about it on national TV.
Do you feel like your attitude towards women
I
has
dream?
changed
Oh
since
no, what do you
having
want?
daughters?
What do you want, little pooper?
Nah, I still look at Hub and Blacked is my favorite category.
There were videos that proved he was forcing Adidas executives to watch adult videos of Kim on the clock at his request.
Come on. Doesn't he sound like his voice sounds similar? The voice sounds similar.
Did you have a meeting with Adidas and you played?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. What's your perspective on that? And I'll tell you mine.
And it's been long rumored that he has straight up corn playing on a non-stop loop while he is working on music or anything else creative, no matter who is around.
Watching Star Wars on this big screen, and as I started talking about his song, he switched on Anal 6.
I mean, a decades-long
Wait,
addiction to
no.
love-
Yeah, I forgot about that. Like, it's okay to do the Sig Hail salute, but couldn't bring himself to kill cops in GTA 5. Man, you know, to each their own, right? I guess. I don't fucking know. How's it going, Bader? Welcome back.
Cannot be good for anyone, and I do think this has factored into his demise.
The fact that I was married to this beautiful person, but
Kim
I felt like it
Kardashian.
wasn't enough. I felt like I still needed to look at
Yeah,
pornography.
that crash
It
out
also
was
really makes me think that this addiction is likely the reason for his
Interesting.
initial infatuation with Kim Kardashian. After all, the whole reason she became famous was her viral tape with Ray J.
Yeah, the corn tape that got released that everyone knows about literally because everyone talked about it.
Something Kanye has admitted to watching many times. I mean, you all have to understand that back when it came out, I believe that it made more money than any
Yep.
adult video ever. So Kanye saw her as like the top P-star in the world, where of course he's gonna want that. And if you need further proof,
And
that this
then
has
and
always
then
been his
Kim
crush,
Kardashian
Kanye-
started to go into law for some reason. I don't know why.
himself has even noted that finding
He
his
started
dad's
going into
Playboy
law
magazine
during
at
what,
age 5
COVID?
permanently altered him,
Wait, what
and
the
has in
fuck?
turn led to every one of his decisions, both good or bad, much like a butterfly effect.
Like for me, Playboy was my gateway into full-on addiction. My dad had a Playboy left out at age 5, and it's affected almost every choice I made.
What do you mean? You say that, but if you were a 10-year-old and you saw a explicit movie that was, what, 18 plus? Or even fucking... I think even teen movies sometimes get into, like, romantic situation, right? Right, 16 plus movies get into some romantic situation. It's like, come on. Can you imagine waiting on your lawyer and Kim Kardashian walks in? Oh, God.
For the rest of my life.
I'd ask, is this, are you for real? Do you have another? There's someone around the corner over there?
From age 5.
Understand that this interview was conducted 5 years ago when Kanye was making his album Jesus is King.
Jesus is king. Jesus is king.
Jesus is King is the name of the album? Yes.
At that time, he was denouncing not only adult content, but also other prevalent themes in his music publicly, like drugs and lust.
That Playboy magazine that I found when I was 5 years old.
Yes. What all musicians like to go to. Drugs, women, partying, money. I mean, they sometimes do the whole friendship thing, not sometimes. But
Effect on my music.
went from Jesus is
That
King to
100%
swastika shirts,
everything
yeah.
it could be, because I had to add that in, always.
I heard you say with your pastor that you felt like you were making devil's music.
You feel
Such a fucking oh, I love it. Excuse me, Christian scorecard down a little bit, cursing some more.
Saying that corn
Well, I mean, yeah. You know how religious people are. They don't like you cursing. It's bad. Profanity's bad. It's sinful.
should be banned altogether. Then a couple of years later, when he and Kim would get divorced, he would rant that she was trying to—
Not sure Hitler would be too fond of his new fan.
turn his daughters into Playboy models, saying that they should not even be allowed to be on TikTok. And now you fast forward to the current time, and he's been parading
Well, I mean,
around
if
his mute
well,
wife
Hitler
for the
was
last
all
2
about
years,
like the
while she
right,
wears
the
literally
white people
nothing,
and
like
the
a
blue
woman
eyes.
with a
right?
saran-wrapped naked body with
you
3
got a
crackers to her
fair
name
point.
would have more clothing on than her. And Kanye himself even said
But he
that
would
his
still
next big
take in
move was to start the biggest
right
adult
the
video
ideology,
company on
right?
the
He
planet.
wouldn't he
So
wouldn't
in short, the guy's a
shoo
massive
away
hypocrite
someone
who was
who plays into the ideology, right? Might take him for a train ride. Who knows? Maybe. I don't know. Hitler might employ him if he was still
speak
alive.
passionately about whatever he believes at that moment, even when it completely
Maybe Hitler would
contradicts
employ
some
a
of
lot
his
of people
previous
if he was still
statements.
alive.
It's not just sexual. That term actually relates to torture. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like watching people.
You hear they're trying to
beat
figure
each
out
other.
how to deport people who are citizens regardless? What are you trying to say? No. Huh? Where do you hear about that? That sounds like a fucking Democrat thing. Hitler would have killed him for being black if he was not pure Aryan. He was no friend of his. I mean, there's an exception to everything, right? What about Japan's history and fucking Yosuke, right? Even though it's a we don't know if that's a true story or not. We just know from specific texts that they talk about Yosuke.
They're up on
Well, you
World
never
Stars.
know.
And as ironic as it sounds, I think the dude who so many consider to be one of the most influential artists of our time is actually too easily influenced, and his ideology has become so black and white that he has begun to come off as more of a shock value caricature of his previous self than anything else. Personally, I do not feel bad for this guy at all. I feel like he's actually had more chances
Probably
than he really
bullshit is
deserved
what I
because
heard.
people
I mean,
loved his
it is
music
pretty
and his
bullshit. I mean,
personality. But now even all of that sucks. His big
okay. I mean, if it was true, right, then we would be trying to deport all the retarded politicians out of fucking office, right? We would be deporting the Hillary Clintons, right? The rat skins, the shifty shivs, right? We'd be shifting off all the retarded troons, right? That's all the dumb transformers. A lot of those people would be gone already.
biggest fans hate his last album, Vultures 2.
Yeah, oh yeah, also some streamers too. There's a lot of streamers who would get deported real quick. Right? Oh, well, you would just deport Twitch as a whole, to be honest.
They hate the idea of him bringing AI into mainstream music, and overall, he's pretty much completely washed up from a personality standpoint, artistically.
Right, you'd be deporting like half of America at that point. Well, like 40% of America, right?
And even logically. We talked previously last year about his alleged horrible addiction to nitrous oxide.
Ryan Garcia, this Jay, I'm on the nitrous.
And how this evil motherfucker is the one supplying him, allegedly that is. So I'm sure that also has something to do with the deterioration of his mind, but overall, I feel like this guy is really out of excuses. And just like many others out there, he's always liked to blame his downfalls on other people. It was Kim's fault for the divorce. It was the media who made him look crazy. It was the media who...
It was Kim's fault for the divorce. I mean, they're both broken people, so it's like I don't really care who did it or not. I mean, they're both retarded. They're mostly attacking the ones who look immigrant, which is brown-skinned people. Oh, that's just right, that's the racial profiling shit.
Ruined his
I mean,
family.
that happens a lot.
It was the media who took down his empire. No, it couldn't have been any of his bad...
Right, I mean, you still have people going after people because of race, right? Right, you still have race wars, literally. Did you watch that? Did you see that Pokimane shit? That's a clear example of fucking race wars right there. Fucking dumb bitch.
Decisions, it couldn't have been him constantly running his fucking mouth and being the biggest brand risk literally on earth. There's so many people out here who run around doing this exact same shit. And to me, that's how you end up in a situation where you are spiraling out of control.
Everybody
and
hates
you're
everybody,
surrounded by
yeah.
the no one because
Right, you got race wars, you got trade wars, you got culture wars, right?
you burnt all your relationships already, or all that's left around you is yes men. But either way, it's obviously not good, and the people I really feel bad for are the huge Kanye fans.
Right, you got white on white violence, you got black on black violence, you got Spanish on Spanish violence.
I mean, Jesus. This has literally been the definition of a crash out. But I want to know what you
Bargain
guys
wars,
think down
Star
below.
Wars,
I
yeah.
also want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. Are y'all still going to be bumping that new Kanye? What do you guys think about AI music? Either way, y'all know it's been your boy the Tan Superman. Either way, y'all know it's been your boy the Tan Superman. And some other out of control rappers out here need to be covered. So I'm out. Peace.
Wait, what? Did he cut that wrong? I think he accidentally cut that twice there. Little minor mess up on the ending. Are you Mr. Jamari? Wait, what the fuck? Why am I unsubscribed? Dude, I swear to God, fuck. I'm pretty sure I was subscribed to him. Like, what the fuck is... I'm gonna resubscribe. Yeah, I swear to God, YouTube, man. Fucking Google. I keep deleting my my subscriptions. I hate AI, but if I have to use it to keep up with the new world, I'll use it. I mean, I mean, right now it's still in its kind of infancy because there's not a lot of companies that are fully going automation route yet. But some companies are starting to go automation route just because it's safer. And it literally puts less risk on getting people fucking hurt and causing dumb mistakes, right? I'm currently using ChatGPT to make a game. This fucking guy. 34. I mean, to be honest, there's a lot of resources online where you can literally find tutorials on making games and stuff like that. Full-on tutorials. I think even LinkedIn, like, if you had like a full-on, LinkedIn Learning account, right? They have a bunch of stuff on there. Did you hear Trump called Trudeau Governor Trudeau? No, he did. That's funny. I no, just him calling Canada the 51st state. He keeps referring to Canada as the 51st state, and people keep getting pissed off at him. Oh, so good. Doge seen saving as much as $350 billion a year. Wow.
A few moments later.
Face opposition from Democrats? Yeah. I had that whole meeting yesterday. Or not yesterday, no, 2 days ago. I didn't stream yesterday because I had a bunch of schoolwork to do.
Where are you? Bring your ass over here! For every American.
Bring your ass over here! Why? You're a senile old bat. You'd fucking roll over and die in a second.
He doesn't want some weird...
If someone threw a fucking snowball at your fucking kneecap, you'd probably trip and fucking break a hip.
Elon
Just like Nancy Pelosi. Bitch broke her hip.
Musk suck up.
Just look at McConnell. Motherfucker slipped and fell and he's in a wheelchair now. Did you also hear Tampon Tim is suing Trump for trans rights? No.
Searching through your
That's funny.
personal private
Oh,
data.
man.
He has turned over our country to Elon Musk. We didn't elect him. We didn't select him.
That's not true. Under fucking Trump's right campaign, towards the end, he was clearly asking for Elon Musk to be employed, right? That's why he brought Elon Musk. That's why Elon Musk was going into rallies sometimes. Motherfucker employed him. Oh, well, I mean, I guess you could say the American people employed him too, right?
So we do have to.
So, I mean, majority rules, right?
I don't swear in public very well, but we have to Trump.
Ew! No! Look at all you! You guys are gross! Unhealthy weirdos.
Let me tell you something, Mr. Trump.
Oh, okay, Miss Racist.
You gonna learn a few lessons from us.
No, we're not gonna learn anything.
And I'm gonna be the first one. You and your little friend off of Twitter. Y'all about to find out, all right?
Are you ready to say no to Elon Musk? We will fight it out in Congress. We will fight it out in the courts. We will fight it out across this country. And I promise.
Literally, I think it's been like every day they've just been trying to rally enough votes, right? Because that's all they can do. Because they can't really do anything. Right? He's technically Elon Musk hasn't done anything, or right, he hasn't forced anything. All he's been doing was looking into the books, right, and giving all the information to I would think Trump and the rest of his team or cabinet members, right? So it's like, yeah, I mean, you can get Congress, I guess, or or your DOJ judges, but I don't think they got anything on that shit.
We will win. Look, let me tell you something. I'll take a bit of umbrage.
You're
here.
basically
I'll speak on
telling
behalf of-
you're telling the the DOJ to go after a employee who's doing his job.
my colleagues, I think I can say we are all willing to work with anyone who's serious about doing the work of censoring the American people and advancing progress.
I think Trump is hated more than Nixon was. I mean, it's probably getting to that point, right? American people need to be censored to advance progress. Yeah, that's another weird one. Right? Even the some of the Congress people are like, "Oh, we need to censor Americans now." I was like, "What?" So you want to censor us back when you guys were in power, and then you want to censor us again when you fucking lost. Oh, you guys are cooked. I'm getting cooked. Yeah, we didn't elect Fauci either. Exactly. Congress was the one, right? Congress was the one who appointed him. Or, well, it was the Democrats and their cabinet choice and shit. Nobody voted for George Soros either, but here we are. Hey, Maxine, you know who else we didn't vote for? Kamala Harris. Yep, that's true. That is true. Didn't vote for her either. Since when do we have representatives from Wakanda? Jeez. She sacrifices children. God.
Despite, however, what Trump and his anti-diversity, anti-equity, anti-inclusion cronies want you to believe, this is American history. Its impact is the American status quo. It's unjust and it is wrong. No matter what anybody says, the history of America is the history of America. Right. And acknowledging that history is not a threat to the present. Would argue that ignoring that history, however, is a threat to our future. No matter how
What do you mean? You were the guys who were trying to remove history. What the fuck? You guys are still doing it.
They make to whitewash this history. The blood of our enslaved Africans ancestors can't be erased from this land. We must acknowledge that. We must acknowledge that the systemic racism that has denied black folks the ability.
Where are we going here? One of the senators is going to slip up and say something worth treason, yeah?
To thrive and to survive in this nation to this very day. We see it and we feel it every day.
What is this lady on? You know, there's a Supreme Court justice who's literally black. Huh? You literally have a whole bunch of actors and actresses who are black. And they're rich as fuck. Right? You politicians right now are rich as fuck. Like, what the fuck are you on? Everybody, he's the only one that has no family ties to slavery. I know, right? Wait, is it because of the national? Oh, so the whole thing about the it's because of the whole idea behind mass deportation. And looks like, what is this? National Immigration Justice Center. Is this a non-profit organization? What is this? This is in Chicago, Illinois. Jesus fuck. That place is corrupt. Never mind. I don't even want to fucking look. But yeah, it's because of the whole mass deportation. So yeah, basically, if you read here, if they wanted to expedite a removal, right, expedite a removal program. They would combine the raids in neighborhoods and workplaces. While using the expedited removal, an immigration officer may quickly deport individuals without due process. So that's what they're saying. Basically, they're saying that if you are someone who is legally, right, an American, you could be deported without due process because they just said, fuck you. Dream, my Tio's gonna find you. Like, I give a fuck. I'm gonna stab the shit out of that fucker. I'm gonna gut him like a goddamn pig. I'll make sure all his fucking organs come fucking flowing out. Sorry, that was that was a little graphic. Or I'll get a I'll sharpen a spoon and start carving your fucking Tio's eyes out. Yeah. Jesus.
Because the barriers put up
Did
in
not
place by
got
our
Bruce
own
Lee.
government, because of redlining, because of predatory lending, because of inequitable funding schemes
I spoke
for our
to-
schools are very real. Our government, no matter who is in power, has an obligation to right these wrongs, to provide reparations for descendants of enslaved Africans, to eliminate the racial wealth gap, to uplift.
To eliminate the racial wealth gap. No. It's not. I like how they tried to do this and say it's a race thing. I mean, man, it's the whole rich man, poor man thing, right? The rich get richer while the poor stay poor. It has nothing to do with fucking race. It has everything to do with how fucking policy is run and how you smug ass motherfuckers who are getting like 100 plus, like 150K plus a year don't deserve it. Or the government being racist? I know, right? It's like, dude, yeah, it's like some of these people need to fucking look in the mirror and just take a look at what kind of fucking clothes they're wearing. It's like, Jesus fuck.
Lift the black community. White supremacy is rampant in this country. Just look at the current administration and our own legislative body. They have
Expensive ass
contributed to the social
clothes,
and economic harms, to
expensive
racial
everything,
terror.
but fucking act like a fucking piece of shit. You can't even do your job properly. Like these three dumb bimbos? They're fucking retarded. Why are they? Who the fuck elected these retards? I didn't elect them.
Black folks have experienced in this
I didn't do it.
White supremacy is rampant in this country. Just look at the current administration and our own legislative body.
Use the race card on a daily basis now? Yeah, right. They'll use. Yeah, it's pretty blatant now, right? They're just using race card every day. Like, dude, what are you fucking doing? Fucking sound like a broken record. I mean, even I sound like a fucking broken record, just fucking, right? Just beating down all their goddamn claims. Oh, yeah, here's I found the Trump one. Calls Trudeau,
I spoke
Governor
to
Trudeau.
Governor Trudeau on numerous occasions.
The dude in the back fucking chuckled.
I spoke to Governor Trudeau on numerous occasions, and we'll see.
It's a fucking someone chuckling in the fucking back. Look. This woman is in her nice, expensive clothes. Speak for the black community who live with less than her. Yeah.
What happens, but it just sets up so good for them. Look, the people would pay much less tax than they're paying right now. They'd have perfect military protection. They don't have any military protection.
Oh yeah, the Canada's military sucks ass. Yeah, they'd be dead in a second, right? If China, if either, even England, right? Even the British, right? Even their fucking military would wreck fucking Canada land. Canada probably has one of the fucking shittiest militaries compared to like Russia, America, right? UK, even the French. Dude, fucking, it's like, dude, these guys would be steamrolled. Even Australia is probably better than fuck all Canada. Jesus, That's how bad Canada land is. You know, Governor Trudeau, the 51st state of America, yeah?
Protection because and you take a look at what's going on.
Australia
out there. You have
has the
Russian
roofs,
ships, you have China
yep.
ships, you have
They got the
Chinese
kangaroos,
ships,
man.
You have a lot of ships out there, and you know people.
They got the emus too. They'll fuck you up. The Australians lost to the emus. Remember that? You gotta watch out for those emus.
Are in danger.
We should just get a bunch of those emus and then ship them to America and see how well people can fight.
It's a different world today. It's a different world. They need our protection. Yes.
They need our protection. Yes. He basically just said, yeah, Canada land is weak as fuck. Yeah, we have to help Canada land. What would happen if the US pulled all military aid from Canada? Oh, they'd be a sitting duck, to be honest. They'd be fucked. Canada, the little brother. Yeah, I mean, if U.S. pulled all the military, we'd probably just close off the northern border and just not allow anyone. Because at that point, it's not safe. Right, national security concerns. Like how can you allow this nation that is unsafe to border us, and then to try and migrate people into our country and shit? Yeah, no, not gonna happen. Fuck off. Sorry, Canada land. Maybe fix your shit, and maybe we can talk. Chuck Schumer coins the new term Trumpflation, says Doge. Wait, what? That was too fast. Doge is to blame for inflation despite Trump only being in office for 3 weeks. Okay.
Americans want most.
As you can see,
Meanwhile, Americans woke up this morning to bad news for their bank accounts.
Chuck Schumer is going off again.
They woke up to a grim reality that Donald Trump is not going to keep his promise to lower costs.
No.
They woke up. Americans woke up to an era of Trumpflation. And unfortunately, this is only the beginning. On Doge. We all agree, I've said it many times, that cutting waste in government and increase...
Yeah. I think the reason why Canada is trying to threaten us is because if we stop buying from them, it would crumble their economy. Oh yeah, for sure it would. I mean, just because Canada doesn't do anything. Right? I think all of their deals have been with other foreign nations, right? Like China. Right? They barely do any deals with us because they don't like us. Literally. Well, Trudeau, I should say, doesn't like us. But, yeah, I mean, if we literally just stopped all trade with Canada, they would be fucked. Because we're next door neighbors. That's how they can cut some of the costs. Instead of going overseas and buying products and produce and all that stuff over there. Right, because it's more cost for them to buy overseas. And then you also had Governor Trudeau fuck up the whole trade route with the truckers and stuff. And and freezing bank account, freezing his citizens' bank accounts and shit. Like, okay, dude. Yeah, you want to know why your fucking country's fucking flailing around like a fucking chicken with its head cut off? It's because of all the fucking dumb policies and bullshit you did to your own goddamn self. Fucking literally took that goddamn shotgun and fucking blew off your goddamn legs. Jesus Christ, man. Nice way to fucking gimp yourself. Just because he's so scared of fucking Trump. Rep. Jan Schakowsky claims the reason more women don't go into manufacturing is because the name manufacturing sounds like a guy. What? Because it has man in. Are you fucking kidding me? What about female? Fucking retard.
Yesterday, I met with a man.
Oh, that's why. She's a senile old bitch. That's why. Okay, makes more sense. I have never met a guy named manufacturing. Yeah, no. Yeah. Just, doesn't sound correct.
Manufacturing company, but they also are engaged in getting young people.
Manufacturing Inc. was maintained by a guy named Manu, and his last name was Factoring.
More engaged
Excuse
in
me?
manufacturing. So I asked them, so how many of those students that are signing up and want to do this, how many are women? And
How many? Okay, to be quite frank, I don't think a lot of women want to go into a manufacturing job. I mean, right, it would be a small group of women who would actually want to build, right, stuff with their hands. Why do we care if there are women signing up? I don't know.
they said, well, I know there's at least 13% or something. It was a low number. And you
Okay,
had
so?
mentioned trying to engage more women in manufacturing.
So I guess the idea is to try and get more women into the manufacturing workforce. I guess, but it's like, I mean, what?
I'm just wondering if just the name manufacturing sounds like
They're trying to do like some fucking promotional deal where it's like, hey, women, please join these jobs. We need more women and diversity in these jobs.
a guy.
I mean, you already have women. I mean, okay. Manufacturing is a very specific term. I mean, you already have women fucking, right, knitting, right, who are already making clothes and fashion. Some of them are in the fucking tech industry. I mean, they're all over the fucking place. I'm so confused. So I'm guessing she just wants more women in the manufacturing business, is what she's trying to say. It's just she has a fucking retarded way of saying it.
That is without a doubt the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
You are a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Yeah, she just wants more. She wants to try and get more women into the manufacturing workforce, but it's like that's not something you can force. That's a choice solely on the individual. Like what? You can't force someone to do that job, right? That's like basically making them into a slave, or like indentured servitude, right? Like what? Why would you do that? Are we going back to the old ages where you just fucking enslave people? Is that what you want to do now? Doing backbreaking labor and women sitting pretty at home. Why do women want to work? In the 50s, they had it pretty good. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Yeah, ever since women have been allowed to vote and right, everyone gave women all the things that they wanted in their civil rights movement. Yeah, they I mean, it seems that it's become stagnant, right? There's nothing.
If you drove
nothing that new. If anything, it made more women fucking hate working, right? Because right, some of the I mean, some women nowadays fucking hate working. They're just like, oh fuck, I have to get into the workforce. Oh, I have to do all this shit too. Oh, I gotta act like a guy in this service job because it's all guys in this fucking job. Yeah, shit happens. Reality is quite different than what you see it on fucking TV and everything, right? The 40s and 50s, the men would assume all debt and the women were debt-free. Why would women advocate to die full of debt? I don't know. Man. Yeah, I can't speak for women, so I don't know what goes through their mind. But, I mean, that's the life they chose, or that's the life they wanted, right?
That's some very harsh words for the...
I got harsh words for the Pope. Pope won't fix the Catholic Church. I'm saying this as a lifelong Catholic. I was baptized Catholic. I was the first communion as a Catholic, confirmation as a Catholic. He ought to fix the Catholic Church and concentrate on his work and leave border enforcement to us. He wants to attack us for securing our border. He's got a wall around the Vatican, does he not? So he's got a wall around to protect his people and himself, but we can't have a wall around the United States. So I wish he'd stick to the Catholic Church and fix that and leave border enforcement to us.
Fucking Pope. Just sit down and shut up about our border policy. Yeah, I never understood why other politicians or other countries start talking about our own border policies when it's just like you guys kind of do the same. You guys lock everyone out of right. It's like, what? Get the fuck out of here. Fucking hypocrites.
All around the Vatican, does he not?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, right? A lot of these, leaders are fucking hypocrites at the end of the day. Yeah, just all they do is spout shit, just so they can, get some more votes. Or, try to rally some people to their cause. Right, this is the bigger problem, like the Templar priests. That's true. Oh, not only that, but he's still withholding information that the Vatican keeps stored. That as well. So that's a little fucked up. So he wants to talk about other fucking places, yet he's the one... Right, being a fucking shady-ass motherfucker. Okay. House Subcommittee on Doge holds its first hearing focused on war on waste.
I'm trying to figure out exactly what it is
not
that the
Crockett
Republicans
again.
believe our job is, because right now they have relinquished their constitutional duties.
30th District. How did 30th district? Is that like Austin, Texas? That's a blue. I can't believe they fucking.
Over to an unelected.
Why did you vote for this dumb bitch?
bureaucrat, someone who no one went out to vote for, and absolutely he is occupying the Oval Office as we saw yesterday, and that is
The Vatican holds tons of records of priests and other historical documents, and it also holds the Ark of the Covenant. Yep.
is a first for me.
Right,
to
they're
see
still
someone
sitting on all
occupying
that
the Oval
information,
Office
but they don't want to,
never
you know,
actually
tell the
been
world what
elected
the fuck
to the
happened.
Oval Office and actually answering more questions than the person that allegedly got
Instead, they
elected.
keep it locked up and be like, "Oh yeah, we have this information, and we're just gonna tell you it's true." It's like, yeah. We know how all that went with the great philosophers of those times. Fucking, you guys jailed them, hung them, fucking enslaved them. Fucking dirty fucks.
Anyway,
a bunch of
big day
shady ass
tomorrow then.
motherfuckers.
Picking busy bee. I should get some sleep.
Will still be our president. Elon was not voted for, just like the FBI, CIA, IRS, yeah, Department Homeland Security. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, none of those guys are appointed by American citizens, right? They're all appointed by the House, Congress, Senate. So yeah, I don't know what the fuck they're spouting. So. CNN's Caitlin Collins presses Leavitt, White House barring AP reporter who refused to call Gulf of America by its updated name. Fucking kicked out the AP reporter. Yeah, they're complaining about his chief of staff. Yeah, I mean, right? They're just being selective, baby raging, right? Because they know they can't really do much. They know they got fucked real bad.
Which White House official
All they
made
can
the
do is
decision to
fucking bitch and moan.
bar the AP reporter from the Oval Office and the diplomatic reception room last night?
Well, first of all, let me just set the record straight. It is a privilege to cover this White House. It's a privilege to be the White House press secretary. And nobody has the right to go into the Oval Office and ask the President of the United States questions. That's an invitation that is given. And there are hundreds of outlets on this campus, many of you in this room who don't have the privilege of being part of that pool every single day and getting to ask the President questions. We reserve the right to decide who gets to go into the Oval Office, and you all have credentials to be here, including the Associated Press, who is in this briefing room today.
But isn't it retaliatory in nature is the argument, because there's a reason that the AP was barred, which they said was because they're not using the phrase Gulf of America. They're
Oh wait, was this about the Oval Office invitation? Yeah, I thought he only invites. I thought he invites people for those, right? Because those are special. He only does those during special stuff. So it's like, if you don't have an invitation and then you're gonna be bitching and whining that he did this thing and then you didn't get an invitation to it. I mean, sucks, right? Sucks to be you. Sucks. You weren't invited. I don't know what to say. He didn't want you there. I don't know.
they're using Gulf of Mexico in line with their standards, and so the
I
question.
don't know. Trump decided to give the information to other news places. I don't fucking know what you want.
Is
That
this setting
sucks.
a precedent
Sucks
that
to
this
be
White
you.
House
I don't
will
know.
retaliate against reporters who don't use the language that you guys believe reporters should use, and how does that align with the First Amendment commitment that you were just talking about?
I was very upfront in my
Yo,
briefing on
what
day
do you
one,
mean?
that
First Amendment commitment? The dude sends out invitations. Whether you get one or not is not up to you. That's up to the president's choice.
If we feel that there are lies being pushed by outlets in this room, we are going to hold those lies accountable. And it is a fact that the body of water off the coast of Louisiana is called the Gulf of America. And I'm not sure why news outlets don't want to call it that, but that is what it is. The Secretary of Interior
That's
has
true.
made
They
that
did
the
change it.
official
It is Gulf
designation
of
in,
America.
Geographical identification
If I were to
name
look
server,
up, I don't.
and Apple has
I'm pretty
recognized
sure
that,
they
Google
they
has
had to
recognized
change
that.
it on
Pretty much
Google
every
already.
other outlet in this room has recognized
Because
that
they
body
were
of water
at-
as
they
the
were
Gulf of
talking
America,
about it.
and it's very important to this
But I'm pretty
administration
sure it
that
should be
we get
changed
that
by
right,
now.
not just for people here at home, but also for the rest of the world.
Yep, there it is, Gulf of America now. Trump didn't send me an invitation that violates my First Amendment rights. Yeah, but I guess it sure does. But yeah, on Google. Oh, I don't know if you can. Oh, the green screen is fucking it up, but yeah, it's Gulf of America. Well, I don't have green screen. It's the camera plugin. Yeah, Google and Apple says Gulf of America. Hmm. Yeah, it's funny because, yeah, exactly. Why didn't they question Biden like this? Yeah, right. They never question Obama or Biden like this. It's always Trump. It's always Trump, man.
Peter, don't. They say if you watch that video, you die.
Ah, that's a lot of baloney.
You die. Oh, is this the 7 Days to Die Ring video, and then he's fucking dead. Rally against Trump's plan to downsize the government.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Come all of you good workers.
I saw this, but I didn't watch it. I didn't know they sang. Oh god. Which makes more sense because it's the Gulf inside North America, not Mexico. I mean, yeah. Also, yeah, also it's a right the body of water is above Mexico. Also, Mexico is just a small piece of land. Alright, if you really look at Mexico. Well, I mean, we did buy California and Texas and New Mexico and like the what was that deal? I forgot what it was called. Because they had the fucking Remember the Alamo shit and
Has come in here to dwell. Oh, which side are you on? Which side
yeah,
are you
Mexico
on?
did own half of North
Which
America.
side are you on?
And then we started
Which
fucking
side
buying up shit, buying up land and then taking it.
We'll fight Elon Musk. No Elon scared within our walls. We'll fight from dawn to dusk. Oh, which side are you on? 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 Trump's coming for our unions. He wants us all to fail. He wants us to bow to him, but we want him in jail. Oh, which side are you on? Which side are you They say in the capital city.
Are we back in like the elementary school days where we're just making up fucking songs for the kids to sing? So, who is this woman? I don't fucking know. I hate this though. This is suffering. Shit. Oh, God.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Don't take that government buyout. Don't listen to Trump's lies.
Wasn't Biden bought out though? I'm pretty sure Biden was bought out. Motherfucker sat on his fucking ass for like 4 years and did nothing. Right? And then he started fucking with everything as soon as he left. Fucking shady fuckhead.
Which side are you on?
Yep. That's about... Yep. Which drugs are you on? Which drugs are you on? This reminds me of Down by the Riverside. Yeah. For government overreach, corruption, and inefficiency. These are the same people who will insist Trump supporters are in a cult. I know, right? People are literally protesting against money being saved in order for them to have more money for themselves and not being taxed and robbed. That is insane. I know, right? Oh. No, they're too blinded for their hate for you know, Trump. They just can't see. They just can't see. Again, they got the horse blinders on. They're going full force into off the cliff, right? Oh no! I accidentally exited one of my fucking no. I don't know which one it was. Bad face. Then Schumer claims Doge may go after the IRS and intelligence agencies next.
We know that unilaterally closing
we already
US
saw this one. Caroline Levitt shuts down a reporter lies with evidence.
As for the actual receipts, we are happy to provide them, and I actually brought some today because all.
We already saw that. I think Memeology did one. And Skippable did one as well. Beavers build planned dams in protected landscape area while local officials still seeking permits. Wait, what? Eager beavers rodents engineered check wetland project after years of human delay. Spicy dam project 7 years in the making, finished by beavers for free. Damn. Saved Czech government 1.2 million by finishing a 7-year dam project in just a few weeks. Even the natural ecosystem is doing the shit for you. Because you can't do your fucking jobs properly on this fucking... Because you can't do your jobs properly as a fucking human being. God. You had a fucking animal do your job for you. Oh, fuck. You literally have the, Earth... Right, you have nature self-regulating itself. Right, and soon enough, the fucking Mother Nature's gonna fuck up humans.
let me say something to you. You suck.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, exactly. They will probably demolish this dam and tell beavers it's for their protection. Or they're gonna destroy it and then rebuild it, but take longer, even though the dam is already safe and doing fine. They're just gonna break it down and rebuild it because they're idiots. Beaver would have been a better president than Biden, yeah. Doge needs to hire them? I mean, all you got to do is keep the beavers fed, right? Bring a whole new meaning to leave it to the beavers, yep. Natural dam builders. Who would have thunk? John talks too.